All right, I'm back. Had to run and do something. I'm back. Let's get this thing started. Excuse me. Had to get this thing started. What up, y'all? Big victory. What's good? Welcome back to another episode of Sip the Tally Films and our post-game call-in show for week 5. What an amazing game. 41-38, the final in OT. You see the phone lines are open. I already have a couple callers. Let me see. Trying to get that up. There it is. That's the phone line with the access code right there. How we do this for those that are new. You get 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes to, ask questions, say what you got to say, do whatever you need to do. And then we're going to let the next person in. All right. So, again, the phone lines are open. We got 2 on. If we don't, by the time we get to the end of these 2, I'll start my synopsis of the game. And if more call in, we'll let them go. But if we ever get to a lower point and we haven't hit 7 o'clock yet, I'll start my synopsis and we'll go from there. What I was going to say. The phone line will lock at 6:45. So if you don't call in before 6:45, it's going to be locked on you. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into our first callers. They had to wait a little while because I had to run and do something at the last minute. But let's get our first 2 guys in here. First up on the menu is, let me get my paper so I can write these names down so I can give them their points too. First on the line is ddsq. If I hit the right button. There he is. What's good, team?
What's good, team? How you doing, dog?
I'm good. I'm on this natural high from this game.
Bruh, y'all are trying to convert me to a Ravens fan, dude. Especially around like our coach and our quarterback. All right, y'all gonna have me show up to the game in a couple weeks in purple. It'll be a fat shirt, though. It won't be a Ravens shirt. Even though I do got a Lamar t-shirt. And my son's first jersey was Lamar Jackson. I was not from Cleveland or Baker Mayfield jerseys.
Hey, I don't blame you.
But speaking of which, man, y'all coach almost tossed y'all in the game because it was one of those that was back and forth. And if Tyler Wallace don't, you got to get this out of the way before you get to the positive. Mm-hmm. Tyler Wallace catches that punt, that safety don't happen, John Harbaugh don't panic, and I don't know what that was at the end of the first half. And I end up almost costing y'all the game. You know what I'm saying? But fortunately, and I don't know if you saw it in the chat. I put 2 things in there. One thing I put in during the game was that y'all coach might, because Lamar is locked in this year, and y'all coach might cost your team a chance at the Super Bowl, and then it's not a Super Bowl defense. But then at the end, I have to change my standing on that, even though all the money is spent on defense, that the defense did what they needed to do whenever y'all needed to stop, whenever you needed a play to be made. Madubuike made the play, and the defense made the stop and forced them this field goal. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need in the playoffs. You don't need a defense like y'all had in 2000, like we had in 99 and 02. You know what I'm saying? You just need them whenever a play needs to be made and you need to stop to get your offensive ball back. You'll take that 10 times out of 10 as opposed to a defense that stops the whole game, and then when you need them to make a stop, they can't make one.
Exactly. Situational defense counts a lot more than just that dominant defense. You can give up 1,800 yards, but in the fourth quarter, if you come up with an interception or a 3 and out, you win the game.
And that's exactly what they did. They got the interception. Madubuike got the sack and the stop on that. When it didn't allow them to tie the game after Tucker hit the field goal, and then inexplicably, because you noticed, because it didn't allow them to pop any of those runs that they did, because they could have even gave up, and then they could have had a 15-yard run, and that's a 35-yard field goal instead of a 52-yard field goal, and he ended up missing it.
Yeah, they did tighten up.
Oh, they definitely did. You got to give him credit for that. But what the person I give the most credit for this game is that Lamar Demetrius Jackson dude, and I think he's on a mission this year, bro. And I think that's why after every game, you notice he don't see him. He don't get too high with the highs because he knows it don't get into the playoffs, and that's what he's gonna be judged on.
Yep.
And this gonna sound crazy when I say that. Everybody calling, everybody was saying, people saying how Mahomes is Jordan. I don't think so because Jordan didn't win, so he was later. He had to go through all those heartbreaks, and then he started winning. He never won in the beginning. The person I think is Jordan of the league is Lamar Jackson. You keep him healthy, he wins this year. He's only 27 years old. He's locked in, and I saw that from the beginning of this game. He's locked in throwing the ball. When he's throwing the ball like this and able to run, and then he don't have to carry the running game because you got Derrick Henry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why they didn't. I mean, I guess they tried earlier with J.K. Dobbins. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he don't have to carry the running game, you know what I'm saying? I think that was a mistake he made the first game of the season, all that running he was doing, where he could just run situationally and run when he needs to. He's the Michael Jordan of the league, and he's showing he's the best player in the league. Mahomes got the hardware. Yeah, he got the hardware early, but I think, dude, you keep him healthy this year. Oh, y'all, he gonna take you to the Super Bowl, bro. He's locked in.
That play, I don't think there's nobody else in the league that makes that play. That touchdown to Likely.
There's 3 people in the history of the game that could have made that play. Randall Cunningham, Michael Vick, Steve Young could have made that play too.
Maybe Cam.
That's it.
Maybe Cam.
That's it. Well, I wouldn't say Cam. Cam 5. Yeah, I would say Cam. And then I'll say 6. Steve McNair could have did that too.
Oh yeah, Steve definitely, yeah.
Yeah, Steve McNair. Steve could have. That's it though. I don't think Lamar Jackson is who the Bills fans and for whatever reason NFL media think that Josh Allen is.
Right.
That's who Lamar Jackson is. Can he beat you throwing? And they dared him to beat him throwing the football.
Sure did.
Outplayed as great as Joe Burrow played. Joe Burrow was making every play. And then what happens? That last drive throws the interception to Marlon Humphrey. Then he can't make the play to get them in field goal range and win the game in regulation. And they're already crying on Bengals YouTube. Lamar was throwing all over the place. We should have had all these interceptions. Oh, Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow that. And it's like, yep. And at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson's the best player on the field and got out there with a win.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think this wins like this will be better going forward. I know it's been kind of long with it. I think games like this is going to be better going forward because they're playing it instead of them blowing. They show they can blow teams out, but then they also show that they can win close games too. True that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to be better in the playoffs because you're not going to blow teams out like that in the playoffs. Or maybe they will. Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see. Definitely.
Buffalo, but Buffalo looked terrible today. Josh Allen looked like hot garbage. I was watching that game too. And so, yeah, Lamar might end up getting his 3rd MVP and Super Bowl MVP. But great win. Win again next week. You 4-2, and then you in the driver's seat. You know
Most definitely.
So,
Most definitely.
Enjoy this one, man. Enjoy this one. Looking forward to next couple weeks, and we'll see how it goes, Doc. But appreciate you letting me call in, Coach.
Oh, no problem. Appreciate you. Thank you, team. Group. All right, got that one. And again, when the timer, and just like ddsq did, when the timer go off, kind of wrap it up. I don't want to be that guy that got to cut somebody off. So just be respectful of the timer and wrap it up because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 6 so far. It's 6 left so far. So be respectful of the timer. And we're gonna jump right into our second caller, which is Killer Cam.
What's up, Coach?
Cam, what's good?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be talking about the offense that much, man. I'm gonna be talking about the defense, man.
Okay.
Roquan Smith, $100 million, and this dude, he's starting to look more and more like a product of the Mike McDonald system rather than being his own. Because this is just in the past game, man.
Let me say this, Cam. As I know what you're about to say. He had 15 tackles, and I can't remember one of them.
Yeah, no impact at all. And also, I think his play is hurting Zach Orr too, because I remember earlier this week, man, we were talking about how Mike McDonald will play zone 70% of the time versus the Bengals. Mm-hmm. But for this year, the reason why we play so much man-to-man is because Rowe can just keeps getting cooked in zone, so they can't really play. I feel like Zach Orr can't really call what he wants to call because Rowe keeps getting cooked in zone. So it seems like all we can play is man, just so we can protect Rowe. And then Marcus Williams, he's looking like a product of the Mike McDonald system as well.
Yes, I started to see it today.
$70 million, coach. $70 million, and he is just getting cooked. Man, and Eddie Jackson. It hurts as a Bama fan, but he's done, man. Like his speed and his reaction his reaction time is just gone. Like I think, man, I feel like we can win it all this year, man. But I just don't know if our defense can hold up, because we're still the 32nd, and especially at this game, we are the 32nd ranked pass defense. And
we were not before this game. We might be after it, but we were not before this game. Yeah,
we are now. And when next week we play Jaden Daniels, and he's on fire. Like I just don't. Like I'm happy we won this game, man, but I just don't know how far we can really go with this pass defense, man, because it is just.
I'll say this: if
Rowe is fat.
If our offense picks our defense up when they down, we can go a long way. But that's a huge if. Our offense has to pick our defense up when we down, because our defense have some good days, but when they have bad days like today, our offense, they shine, boy. We keep in mind our offense didn't get stopped in the second half at all.
I know.
And they had the ball one time in the third quarter. Our offense did not get stopped in the second half at all. Now the defense was poop-a-doop, but
yeah,
I gotta give Joe some credit. Joe was 30 for 39, 392 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 mistakes, in my opinion. And we capitalized on the one mistake. We had, like he said, we had great situational defense at the end, but overall the defense was bad.
Yeah. And also, Coach, like, even though I like the way our receivers played today, I was still trade for Adams, man, because especially in the first half when Lamar was kind of high, I just know Devontae would have caught those balls, like especially on the one today. I know for a fact that Adams probably comes down with that, man. So even though I like the way Rashad and Zay played today, I would still try to make a move for Devontae, man, because with Devontae, man, we can our offense will be virtually unstoppable.
Yeah, I agree.
Gosh, I just don't know. I would trade Marcus Williams and a third for him. You know what I'm saying?
Do we have any trade value? Is the question. He playing so bad. Do we have any trade value?
Oh yeah. It just, but with our luck, we're probably gonna trade for another defender. And it's like, and I get what you're saying, man, because in the second half, in the second drive, you know, they already rotated D tackles, and it's like, I get what you're saying, that the offense has to become a marinade, man, but on stuff like that, man, it's the second drive and you're already rotating, and our backups, I guess. I mean, we're paying big money to our backups as well, like Washington, Broderick is getting some money.
Broderick got paid first. Yep, sure did.
So it's not really a good enough excuse for me, because we have so much money in our starters and in our defensive backups, to where it's like, y'all can't be playing like this, man. And it's just frustrating, and they have to step up, man, because they are the groceries, man. Like you have all the money.
You do.
We can't keep relying on Lamar being Superman to win us and to get it to the Super Bowl, to win playoff games. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not really worried about the regular season right now, man. I'm worried about the playoffs and Super Bowl, and I just don't know that constantly relying on Lamar to be Superman will make us a viable Super Bowl contenders, man. And it's just frustrating, man. And then Teflon John calling a timeout for first you call a draw play, and then you call a timeout. We just gave him 8 points. Well, no, because we gave him 2, and then we gave him 9 points. We gave him a free 9 points at the end of the half, and it's just inexcusable, man. 17 years in the league, and you are like legit one of the worst.
Like a lot of people say, coaching malpractice. Coaching malpractice. I appreciate you, Cam. Let me get to these 8 behind you. I appreciate you. That's Killer Cam, good people, and I got you wrote down already. So I'm gonna take care of you once the stream is over with, as far as your points. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Shout out to Cam. Cam won one of the trivias today, and he won our September tally points giveaway. So next up, I think I know who this is, but when I do click the button, give me your YouTube, your name in the chat, so I can make sure I give you your points. But I think I know who this is already. What up?
What up, though, Coach? Is that damn Dub 20 in the chat? What's going on with you, man?
I knew who it was. I just had to make sure. What's good with you?
Man, I can't call it, man. Victory Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Picking up some pizza for the crib and ready to break down what I saw in the game, you know what I mean?
Hey, let me know. I had pizza before the game. What you see?
All right. Well, I gotta play catch up, so let me get going. I want to get an off-day props. The only negative I really got is that I would like to have seen more diversity in the run game play calling. I think we took a couple steps back in the run game today. Uncharacteristically, Cincinnati defended the run well today. And I think Monken could have done a little bit more to go in his bag of trips and dress up a little bit more. I didn't see as much pulling as I saw last week. I didn't see as many of the, to open up and fake pump and come back to the delayed draw. Just a lot of things we could have done to dress up our run game that I don't think we did. But other than that, that's the only negative I had. Offensively, Lamar looked well. We protected well. It was a couple times where he was pressured, but he made magic happen. But collectively, I think we protected well today. We only gave up the one sack, a couple hurries, couple hits, couple pressures. But the snap, the play call, I think that's on Linderbaum, Lamar, and Monken. We still getting to the line and too low and slow in the play clock. That's big to me. We shouldn't be having that hiccup this far into our season, second year into this offense. Everyone was healthy. We shouldn't be getting to the line, breaking the huddle, whether we're going a tempo or not. However we get into the line, we should have more time to work with pre-snap. That's got to be fixed. That's an urgent thing to me.
Yeah, so either the play calls are too long or Monken's indecisive on what he want to do. One of the two.
Now,
because you're not getting to the line and letting Lamar change.
Exactly. Now, how much of that is John still having an impact on play calling and a foot on Monken's throat while he's trying to do his job, and how much is not? I don't know. I ain't out there on the sideline or the booth. I can't call it. What I know is against better teams and even more pressure-packed situations, that can cost you a ball game. Because we had to call a timeout, I think, to stay away from one delayed game. I think we had one or two delayed games today. That could have killed our drives. We can't have that. So that's a day one thing I think should have been ironed out in camp, especially the second year going into this offense. But I won't harp on too many negatives because this was a big win, and the caller before me really hit on most of the negatives that I saw. Defensively, I think when we get Arthur Marlette back, we'll really be able to do a little bit more because we're still giving up, easier releases. We didn't tackle as well as I expected to tackle today, knowing that Chase and Higgins was the only real targets we had to shut down. Gesicki's not going to beat you. Chase Brown and Zach Moss is not going to beat you. Joe Burrow himself is not going to beat you.
Running the ball.
Running the ball, or even in the passing game. The only people today that walked in that gym or in that arena, that could have beat you had Higgins and Chase on the back of their jersey.
Exactly.
Now they ate in heavy portion today. Some plays you chalk it up to them just being great football players. But some we didn't party to the ball well enough. We didn't rally to the ball. It should have been 11 hats chasing the ball down, especially when number 1 or number 5 got the football.
100% agree.
I think we look well in spurts today. You said it on the last call. We made some good situational stops on defense. We didn't play 4 quarters or 58 minutes of football, including overtime, well today defensively. But in certain spots where we needed to get off the field and get our offense back on the field, we did that, and we won that game because of that, I think.
Yep.
Their punter did a real good job pinning us. I think he pinned 2 or 3 punts inside the 5 today. The safety we gave up was unfortunate, but Lamar led a drive starting from inside the 5 to a touchdown. That's huge. He didn't throw a pick today. He threw maybe one or two pick worthy passes, but I think he was overthrowing those on purpose to stay away from interceptions. Lamar looked to A+ well to me today, man. He was leading the game in rushing until Henry broke his big one in overtime. He protected the ball, minus the bot snap with him and Linderbaum and Monken. Joe Burrow ain't messing with that boy in Baltimore, man. I just want y'all to know that. So any Bengals fans up in here, come hella high water, what Denzel say, and the ticket there, not to make it a racial thing, but what Denzel say in Passenger 57, always bet on black. Go Ravens, go Raven flop. Y'all enjoy last place because y'all talk too much, just like them folks up in Buffalo. You talk too much. But the real MVP resides in Baltimore. Y'all enjoy y'all victory Monday tomorrow.
Appreciate you, big dog. Much love. Yes, that sir. Damn dub. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Great call. Great call. Always bring the energy. Let's see. Let me do that. Bam. Appreciate it. Hey, he always bring the energy every call with great points and great observation of the game. So I appreciate it. Next up. Let's see. Let me get your YouTube name so I can make sure I give you your points, and then I'll start your time. What's your YouTube name?
What's good, Coach? I should be under, I believe, Young Black Intelligent or Smitty.
All right.
14CS. I don't know which one it is.
All right. I got the first one. I'm gonna try the first one once we get off. But go ahead, and I'll start your time now. Go ahead.
Yeah,
What you see? What you got?
I put a couple notes on here that I'm going to leave you with a little bit to kind of say how you feel when I get off.
Okay.
First thing, did you hear that Marlon left in a boot?
I saw somebody say it on Twitter. Yes, I did. I saw somebody say it on Twitter. Yes.
So it sucks that he made that big play after we know Lamar got on him. And that was a good pick. It's crazy how he made that pick, but he struggles with making other easier interceptions or like tracking the ball, because that's not an easy ball to pick off. In stride, in coverage, stopping like that, that's almost like a wide receiver catch for a quarterback that can't catch. It's coming. It's literally right on you. So that kind of sucks that Marlo put us in the game to get that win. He's living in the boot. So hopefully he can get back healthy, and we'll hear something about that sometime towards the middle of the week. But we definitely gonna need him next week if he's good, especially with my next point, Marcus and Stevens was getting barbecued out there. Shaq, he says barbecue chicken.
Right.
And they was getting barbecued out there. And I think the point that you made, though, was a very good point. And they should get Devontae Adams. But it's almost like if you get Devontae Adams or another wide receiver, I don't know if the Ravens really know what to do with them, or maybe Monken does know what to do with it, but he won't be able to just because of their offensive philosophy. But that point you made with Higgins and Chase being able to catch those high balls, it is going to be a little bit more difficult for Zay Flowers to bring down a ball like that, and he don't weigh nothing but 180 pounds, 175 pounds. And he's trying to high point a ball, and then he get hit. Like Nelson Aguilar across the middle when he got hit. And that's hard for any wide receiver to make. But some of those bigger wide receivers like a Chase or a Higgins can make those catches because they can defend. They can kind of shield and guard their body off because of their size, or use their long arms to make the catch and kind of take more of that impact on the back end versus actually towards the ball. So that's a good point that you make. It's hard to do certain things on offense when you're under duress, when you just need a play, when you don't have those wide receivers that can really, really make those plays. And from Hollywood to Flowers, which I feel like are the Ravens' two best drafted receivers in the last decade plus, they're small, shifty guys. They still need to get that larger body receiver. It was good to see Bateman finally get involved. I think he needs to get involved more. He did do a lot this game when he got his opportunities. You got to think, one of those catches, he put a little bit of fire feed on a couple defenders and got a couple of extra yards just with his footwork, something coming across the middle. So I hope that they can start to get him involved more. I was watching the live with you, and I noticed when you had said those two throws that Lamar missed, I think one of them was like the Kolar out there, somewhere quick in the flats, and there was another one. Those two throws, those two throws, that quick 3 and out, they scored. Then, Tylan Wallace now fielding that punt. The safety, it was like from there, everything just started going downhill. It was good to see Lamar kind of come back from that. But what I'll say from this game is Lamar definitely got to tighten up with those small things, because imagine had he been able to stay on script, they might have went down there and scored. Or imagine had he not had that mishap with the ball, we was about to probably score. The offense was hot. Like you said, the
Yes.
offense scored every possession. So it's like Lamar still having those little mental miscues, and he kind of already said it in his post-game interview, and I know he's a stickler on those type of things, but it's like we can't afford for Lamar to make those type of mistakes when the defense is playing how they playing and when the defense just gave you the play that you needed. So it was good that Lamar and the team, and he missed that field goal, they was able to bounce back. A couple last points, then I'm going to leave you with a question.
Okay.
It's crazy with the secondary and the miscommunication. Like you said, on one of them plays deep, Marcus, I think, and Marlon went on the underneath route when one of them could have went deeper and got Higgins, or it was Chase coming across. When Chase ran that long crosser, Marlon bumped down. I feel like Marlon should have stayed up, or somebody bumped down and should have stayed up, because you had a corner and a safety who bumped down on the underneath route. And I've always been taught from Little League, high school football, you always cover what's deeper and more dangerous first.
Deep is the deepest.
Like, I know Marlon was talking about like Ed Reed had left like communication for the cornerback room, and he had mentioned that I think in his podcast, and also the Ravens had mentioned it on their little YouTube channel. And I'm like, y'all still struggling with communication, because if you watch that play, they was like looking at each other, and I don't think they was on the same page on that play. And I started to notice that, and it's like every time in the secondary, whether it's Roquan or Marcus or somebody looking at each other, they usually always give up a play, even though they was giving up everything this game. But I hope that they can get better in the secondary moving forward, because the next quarterback is pretty nice. But I want to leave you with this. How do you feel about, because I heard the bell go and I want to let the other callers get in. I want to get your opinion really quickly before you get the next caller. Just what you might have done as a coach to close that first half and the mishaps that you saw from Harbaugh, because I feel like he mishandled that the end of that first half. And I'm going to hop off and let you answer that.
Okay. Appreciate the call, and I got you down, and I'll add it when the stream's over with. But to answer his question, let me stop this, because that's for the next person. To answer the question, to end the half, I would have, first of all, I got one of the best running backs in the game ever, like to play the game. So I'm gonna get him involved and probably just, try to get out of that thing as safe as possible, because like they weren't taking their timeouts, and when we didn't have a successful first and second down, I'm gonna just go ahead and let it run, because if they wanted the ball back when that first down play, they would have took a timeout, and they didn't. So I would have just, once I didn't have a successful first and second down play, I would have just been like, okay, it's done. Let's get to the half with the lead, and we didn't do that. We gave them 30 some odd seconds. They went down and scored. They ended up with the lead at halftime. So I would have, once they didn't call the timeout at first, and then I didn't have a successful play, I would have just let it run. And I just would have forget it. It is what it is. Let's just go to the half with a lead and make our adjustments. That's what I would have did. But I appreciate you for the call, and I'm going to go to the next guy. The next guy, I think, is my man Chief. Let me get his time right. Cancel, restart. All right, let me get my man Chief's on.
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm good. What's good with you? We hear you loud and clear.
Oh, yeah. I ain't felt this good in a while. This was a great win for us. Great divisional win. I knew we would win. I don't know how I knew, but I know when it's going to be a bad day, and I know when things are going bad for them and going bad for us, we usually end up on the right side of the coin. So great win for us today. I know y'all didn't like how the defense played, but they played good enough, and they deserve some credit. Their defense was the defense that folded, not ours. We know what that feels like, so everybody should feel real good. We had good pressure. We got sacks. We got an interception. Stay optimistic. Now, next week, we got that Titan coming. We got that Titan coming in. So, everybody hold on to their seats, because let's just not forget this moment, because this is a great moment for us.
Definitely. I'd like the fact that we played good situational defense. We didn't play great defense as a whole, but situational defense showed up, and that means a lot. Because we normally don't play good situational. Even when we played good defense last year and got all those accolades for being the best defense or whatever, our situational defense was trash last year. But overall, our defense was good. But today was the opposite. And you see the difference between a win and a loss.
Exactly. And I agree with that one caller, because I don't like Roquan in the zone. I like him either blitzing or helping him with a double team with the safety on a tight end. But I don't like him how they just stick him in the middle of the field and just let the quarterback move their head so they can control them. Like, I don't like that. Let Roquan blitz. He could blitz in Chicago. Let that man go. We play zone, and that makes us look scared, man. We got Wiggins now. You know, he can go to the outside, or Marvin can go to the outside. But, man, Stevens, oh, man. I know some people were saying last year that Stevens was our best secondary player, but if he our best secondary player, goddamn. That's why we drafted Wiggins in the first round, because you draft in the first round whatever your biggest hole is after free agency, and that boy, I know he be having 8 tackles a game because that's all he do. Wait for him to catch it and then tackle him. So, yeah, a world of trouble. We definitely need Wiggins back in there. Tampa. What's his last name?
TJ Tampa? Or Marlette?
TJ Tampa. We definitely need to try him. I'm gonna let it go. Thank you, Coach. Hey, our coach needs to work on his timeouts and his red flag. That do not need to be his responsibility. That's the last thing that needs to be his responsibility.
I agree that
So,
that dude was holding the flag for no reason.
Man, they had Eddie. Eddie pushed him out of bounds. The dude didn't get in bounds. He had his hand on the out of bounds, just like Isaiah Likely did against the Chiefs. I saw his hand touch the out of bounds. He should have challenged it. But he challenged dumb shit. But I'm sorry, this is the family.
You good?
He definitely challenged dumb stuff. But when it comes to the easy ones, don't nobody got to know. Where's the analytics? Where's all these people in your ear? But, you know, if we're going to overcome one thing this year, it's going to be John Harbaugh. But, yeah, great win for us. Everybody hold on next week because, you know, we might be on here, you know, confessing, you know, bad happenings with that defense. And we got Jaden tearing that league up 82%. So everybody just stay calm next week. Don't let your hot breath push you get on you.
Yeah, I appreciate your call, Chief. I ain't gonna worry about Jaden yet. I'm gonna enjoy this. Give me 20. No, I'm a fan, so I don't play the game no more. So give me 72 hours. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this for real. I'm really gonna enjoy this. All right, so that's Chief. That's Chief. Appreciate you, Chief. I got you down. Let me restart this timer. Nope, that ain't it. All right, let's see who we got next. Next is Raves Up. Raves Up. What up, Rave? What's good? Yo. What's good, my G? Hey, we can't hear you, big dog.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we hear you now.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Listen, man, listen. I'm not trying to promo, okay? If you go to my Twitter, Kingdom_Rave, I said it during halftime. I swear to God, I'm going to go to it. I will read this to you guys. I said it during halftime, so I just wanted to make sure. Just want to let y'all know, okay? Because, I mean, I get it. Everyone's not a religious person. But if you don't believe in the Heavenly Father, okay, this game lets you know you should think about it twice this time, okay? I said it right here, okay? I said it at halftime because I knew it was looking like really, really bad here. Let me go to it. I said, dear God, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for your many blessings. The Ravens have lost their mind and lost control. They need you more than ever. And your beautiful name, amen. Okay? Listen, I kid you not. When Lamar fumbled, okay, when he was trying to hurry up and snap it, I kid you not, I was sitting there going, oh my God, we suck. We suck. Oh my God, we suck. But I saw, and mind you, I didn't even watch if they lined up. I didn't watch if they lined up when he was about to kick that 53-yard field goal. All I know is I put my head down. I saw Coach on the live stream put his head down too and put one hand on his head. And I knew that days in our lives were over after that. But when I heard that lineup, and then I didn't watch it, but I looked up and I saw that ball start flying off to the veer left, I jumped out of my chair and said, I don't care what y'all gotta say. This happened. There's only one thing you can say about it all. Thank you, Jesus, because there is no way we were supposed to win that game. No way.
A lot of stuff went right.
There's no head. We literally went to overtime and lost that ball and fumbled under the 50-yard line for the Bengals to easily get to the end zone. And I don't know who made the coaching decision for the Bengals to take it nice and sweet. All they had to do was make the small, little, simple plays that allows them to get a little extra more yards, and that's the easiest field goal of all time. Game over. But it
Ray. They iced their own kicker. Don't forget about that. They iced their own kicker. They called the timeout.
Whole timeout. I kid you not. And coach, you called it out during the live stream. You said, you was like, look, there's only one thing that can happen right now. And we have to just pray and hope that this guy misses this field goal. You said that during the live stream. You said, man, there's only one thing to do. And I watched you put your head down and lay your one hand on your head as you took off that hat to show the ball. You're not. I was like, oh, Lord, it's over. It's over, coach. We suck. I'm saying that right now, coach. We suck. We suck.
Say somebody was looking down on us.
Oh man, the heavens was definitely helping us out right there. I don't know how much time I have left, but I just want to say I'm proud of y'all for hanging in there during that game, everybody. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. That heart was pumping, my legs were shaking. I couldn't stop screaming. And what? Wait, this is the one last thing. What did Derrick Henry even get a snap in the second half? He get a snap?
Not a lot. Not a lot. He got the ones that matter though.
It's like if we go up, if we're down more than 3 points, it's like they go in some pure fear of not letting Derrick Henry run the ball. Mm-hmm. Why are we in that fumble that happened? Why are we in a passing decision? Why don't we just hand the ball off 1st and 10 to Jarry Green real quick? Just even if it didn't go wrong, even if it didn't go well, just hand the ball off. I mean, at worst, we'll get a yard or something. I don't know. Maybe stop at the line. Why are we in a passing situation on 1st and 10?
Not sure. That's
and then we fumbled on first. We fumbled on 1st and 10 in overtime. That doesn't make no sense.
I don't know.
I don't know, Coach. But I just want y'all to know I'll see y'all later. I thank you for this call, and I just want all y'all to say thank you.
Appreciate you, Ray. We'll catch you on the next one. And that's Ray King, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, that was funny. That's a good call. Another great call. Next up. We coming to my man Ravenville. You up next. Ravenville, you hot, G?
Hey, what's up, Coach?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, I just want to say, I can't believe that we pulled that off.
I know, right?
I cannot believe it.
So much stuff went wrong.
Yeah, the special teams and John Harbaugh, he's supposed to be the special teams guru coach, and he can't even get that right.
Right.
But I just think we need to get our offensive line together, and everything will be going so much better. Like, just, consistency out of them.
Yeah, well, I don't know what Cincinnati did defensively up front because I was honed in on us and not them. But I got to give them credit because whatever they did, they kind of, I ain't going to say they stopped our run game, but they kind of scared us from running as much as we did in the past. Whatever they did, because it was not effective. Or it could have just been the fact that we didn't play well up front. I'm not sure which one it was, but something happened that we wasn't as effective running the ball as we had been in the past. Even though we had, I'm looking at numbers right around maybe 160, 170 yards rushing.
I don't know, Coach. I didn't feel good about our run game. And why is it that we always send Henry out like in the second half for like a bunch of plays? Like, what are we paying him for? Like, why did we get him here? I mean, he did do his thing in overtime, but I'm just saying, like, why do we get him if we're not going to use him?
The conference has been locked.
I don't know. He had what, 15 carries? He got to be 20, 23, 24, 25.
something
But he
like
still
that.
he still had 6.1, but his yards per carry were real low except until that last run. So if we take that last run out of there, he like 14 for maybe 50? Because that last run was about 40 yards. The last run was 51 yards,
40.
so he was 14 for like 40 some yards. That last run was 51 yards.
That's what I'm saying, and not that Justice ain't doing a good job, but that I don't know if y'all saw that last block he kind of missed or didn't really take. That's how Lamar got kind of sacked. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm glad that we got the win. I don't want to let it all be doom and gloom, but our defense just got to do better. They just got to do better. I don't know what they need to do. Run some more zone. Get Eddie out the game, which would help. Get Washington in, or I guess Wiggins gonna have to play more now. But that's all I got for you, Coach. I mean, I appreciate your time, and you're doing a great job, man.
I appreciate it. I will say this before you go. With if Marlowe is really hurt, I'm coming back at a good time. Marlette. If Marlowe is really hurt,
the ball out.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. You leave Wiggins and Stevens outside. No, that ain't saying much about Stevens, but at least you can put Marlette in the slot, and he was playing pretty good ball before he got hurt in the slot. So, if Marlowe's out, at least you got Marlette coming back.
Yeah, I think.
And Ardarius playing pretty good in the slot too.
Right, but by the end of the year, I think we'll be solid.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe not great, but if we can keep this situational football and overcome John with these timeouts, I don't know about these timeouts. Again. Go Ravens.
I appreciate you.
Go Ravens.
Appreciate you, big dog. All right, enjoy. That was Ravenville. I got you down for your points. Everybody that called in, I'll get your points added once the stream is over with. Let me restart this timer, and you're ready for P. Where you at? Where is it? P.
Coach.
What's good? What? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, Coach. I'm feeling good, man. I feel excited just for the team, for Lamar, for everybody. Statement win, just like last week was a statement win. This week was a different statement that they, persevered, some self-inflicted wounds, some self-inflicted just dumb mistakes, but they overcame it and came out with the victory, man. I feel good about this with the Ravens for the rest of the season, man. I feel real good about it. Only qualms, if any, that I'll say is that on both sides of the ball, early in the game, they scared the Ravens from playing on the offensive side the way they should and on the defensive side. On the offensive side, because they stopped a couple of those runs, it scared them from keep giving the ball to Derek, right? Then on the defensive side of the ball, because the Bengals got a couple of good runs, it got them out of their defense. Like, I didn't see the same structure that they had playing the Bills last week, which you could have played this team the same way you played the Bills, because their run game really isn't there. You got to worry about who? Chase and Higgins.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the two main guys you got to worry about. But because they got a couple of those good runs in the beginning of the games, I think it scared Zach. And I think it scared Todd on the offensive side of the ball. And they started switching up too much. That's my one – that's John Harbaugh's handprint on both sides of the ball, right? They see that things aren't working in maybe the first couple series or the first quarter. It's like, all right, we got to stop doing it. We got to stop doing it. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right, we got to stop doing that. Hold up, bro. It's only one quarter.
Right.
Stick with your game plan a little bit longer. Trust me. Just like in the beginning of the game, the Bills game last week, you had that one. Eventually, and that's all it's going to take is for Derek to break one big one. That's it. Whether it's for a touchdown, 50 yards, 40 yards, 30, that's all it's going to take. And guess what? You're going to make them change how they defend you, and then you can do other stuff.
Yep.
But they switch up too much. And that is John Harbaugh's handprint, because no matter what defensive coordinator we've had outside of our boy we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what offensive coordinator we've had, that's what we see. That's how you know it's all John Harbaugh's handprint. Now, my only thing is moving forward is that from a game like this should show EDC. Even though we did good, Bateman showed up. What you call him, Coach?
Cornrow Kolar. Cornrow Kolar with a career day. 6 catches, 64 yards. No, 3 catches, 64 yards and a touchdown.
I thought he had 2 touchdowns.
Likely had 2 touchdowns.
Okay. I thought I know some one tight end had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, likely had 2. Who?
Did Mark end up getting one?
Nuh-uh. Likely had 2. Kolar had 1, and Bateman had 1.
Oh, Bateman had 1. They played great. They came out. They did their thing for the type of game that we needed to do. But this should show EDC that you still need one more good offensive weapon in that wide receiver room. Whether they try to go get Devontae Adams, okay. If not, D-Hop, Sutton, whoever you can try to get before the trade deadline to just fortify that wide receiver room, because the running back room is fortified. You got Henry, you got Justice is playing out of his mind, and then hopefully even if Keaton can be like 85% of what he was last year, good God Almighty, that's good.
Exactly.
I think that's the only thing that they need to look at before the trade deadline. And I think this team will be right where they need to be, keep everybody healthy, and hopefully John can relax his nerves and he keeps saying in press conferences that, I let the coordinators do what they do. Use a lie. Stop lying, bro. Stop lying, bro. Stop getting on TV and lying and thinking we believe in the bullcrap that you shoving us, because we didn't have different defensive coordinators, different offensive coordinators, and they all end up doing the same thing. So that's coming from where? You as the head coach.
Yep.
If you saying that then leave it alone. Leave it alone, bro. Stop being scared and play your game. You can't go out and get somebody a back of Derrick Henry's stature and be scared because one quarter they stuff him a couple of times. It was the same thing in the season opener.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped him a couple of times, like, all right, let's go away from that. No, Derrick Henry is one of them type of backs. He thrives on 15 to 20 plus touches a game.
Yep.
I guarantee you, out of one of those touches, he's going to at least get you about 30, 40, 50 yards on just one of them.
Yeah, and this will be I'm gonna close out on this one for you. You the point you just made. You saying the later the better for him. His 15th touch went for 51 yards.
There you go.
His 15th touch went for 51 yards.
There you go. But
I appreciate you, Pete.
I'm gonna get off here, man. I'm gonna keep watching, bro. I appreciate all that you're doing.
No problem. Thanks. All right. Next up. So this is a new one for me. So when I let you in, I have not started your time yet, but give me your name in the chat so I make sure I give you your points. What's your name in the chat so I make sure I give you your points?
Hey, what's going on, Coach? It's Shockwave Truth.
Okay, gotcha. That's what it is in the chat.
Yeah.
So, okay, gotcha. Shockwave. Go now. Start your time. Tell me what you saw. The good and the bad.
I'll start off with the bad first.
Okay.
Man. It's poor coaching. Poor coaching, man. I mean, the lack of execution going into halftime, properly executed. Why are you calling timeouts? And why did you take the snap before the 2-minute warning, first of all, going into the first half? It makes no sense. I mean,
I forgot about that.
High school coaches don't make these mistakes. You had a 2-second play clock to time clock differential. Just stand there, get in formation, and just let the clock run out.
Mm-hmm.
Run the ball after the 2-minute warning. Either make them use their timeout, commit to their timeouts, or they just wind it down and then you punt the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's simple.
We have to stop. We we got to stop looking over the obvious, man, and with these glaring inefficiencies from this quote unquote, Super Bowl winning head coach. Because
that was 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
If this was, 12 years ago. If this would have been Mike Tomlin or your boy in Dallas or the guy in Philadelphia, they'd be calling for his job.
Mm-hmm. Sure would.
But this guy here can just routinely mess up. Routinely mess up with coaching. Play calls, and that's the same. They gave him enough time to where Chase get a bomb at the end of the quarter and win. What defense they was in, who knows? You just gave up a post out at the end, for a touchdown. With a on top of a cover two. What the safety was doing, I don't know.
Honestly, it don't matter because they shouldn't have been in that situation, like you said from the jump.
If you play possession ball on the road, you milk the clock. That play doesn't even come to an effect.
Mm-hmm.
Did they not know that Cincinnati was going to get the ball coming out the half?
They had to.
That's situational football. That's Pee Wee, Pop Warner.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And you had the lead.
And you had the lead. You called this bum ass play on the goal line and gave up a safety. After that play, you pretty much gave up 16 unanswered points before Lamar even got the ball back.
9. Yeah, that's exactly right. 16 unanswered. Exactly.
Yeah, you gave up 16 off of what you guys say, coaching malpractice.
Exactly.
You gave up 16 unanswered points, and he's sitting there holding a challenge flag, looking like, saying Dumb and Dumber. Enough of this, man. Enough. This man done wasted Lamar's good years with media. He's a less arrogant version, but more competent version of Jeff Fisher when he saved his job in Tennessee.
That's a good point.
That's what we're dealing with here, man. There is no. Just let's take into consideration Justin Herbert that has nowhere near the accolades that Lamar has. He's on his third head coach and his second general manager. Because we got to make it right. He got that Great White Hope insurance policy, and he keep cashing it in.
Yep. He's won nothing.
Won nothing. Matter of fact, he gave up a 27-point lead in the playoffs.
Sure did.
Trevor Lawrence, that's trash.
Sure did. Asante Samuel got him a 27-point lead pretty much by himself. You sure right.
Yes. Trevor Lawrence threw 4 picks in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And came back and beat, you know what I'm saying, the same guy that's on his third head coach, and might add had his best season under Alex Lynn, the brother that they fired. And Pep Hamilton.
Don't even get me started on that. Hold on. I turned the thing off because your time is up, but I just want to say this before I let you go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good. With him, he shouldn't have even been starting. Like, how did Tyrod have this phantom blank word rib injury that the own team's doctor caused?
Punctured his lung.
Me and my wife was watching, and we talked about that. That bothered me so freaking. Like everything Anthony Lynn has done since then, I have rooted against because of that. He shouldn't even Tyrod. That should have been Tyrod's opportunity to see if he's a legit franchise QB, and their own team sabotaged it for Justin Herbert. How your own team doctor jack up your whatever kind of shot you had, and now you can't play no more. And I know we off the subject, people. I know, but that struck a nerve with me because that bothers me.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you, man, because that should have been Tyrod's second shot. Like Sam Darnold on his fourth
shot, right?
on his fourth shot. They still rolling out Joe Flacco, Just like they was rolling.
And Joe went off today.
Yeah. Just like they was rolling out your boy Fitzmagic. They keep
Right.
rolling him out, a sub-standard, a sub-500 quarterback, but he kept getting breaks out. Man, look, these brothers need to understand. They ain't gonna get those opportunities. Cam Newton out of the game right now. He ain't had no major injury, and your boy in Atlanta right now coming off an ACL
Kirk Cousins.
injury at 35 years old. Kirk Cousins that gained more money than any other Super Bowl winning quarterback in history, and ain't never produced nothing.
Hold on, I'm gonna fix your statement. Than any quarterback in history. Period.
Yeah,
Kirk Cousins has finessed the entire NFL system with guaranteed money.
Hey man, he got that Great White Hope insurance policy, and he cashing it in. It's better than FEMA. It's better than Aflac. It's better than Allstate. He ain't worried.
But you know what? I ain't mad at him.
No, I'm not.
I ain't mad at him. Get his money. But it's the system.
I'm not either.
It's the system.
I'm not either. But
I agree.
Like you're saying, these brothers need to understand, need to understand that these opportunities when it comes, like we were saying, like the guys were saying earlier about the play calling when he had the fumble snap. Hey man, you just had a play coming. Call 2 plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, give them 2 plays, like the play in overtime. You just got a first down. Why is it taking so long to get a play in after first down? You got Derrick Henry in the backfield. You should have 5 plays. Lamar going forward need to have 5 plays ready to go after a first down.
Yep.
And come 15 seconds on the play clock. If they ain't got shit, just go ahead with one of them 5 plays.
Yep. I agree 100%.
That's how he's going to have to start protecting himself like that. Because at the end of the day, he the only one get blamed. They're not gonna blame the coordinator. They're not gonna blame Humphrey. Man, I would trade Marlon Humphrey to the Raiders right now for Devontae Adams.
Hey, you and me both.
For the amount of money that they have put on the defensive side of the ball, for it to, if this was a ETF, like a stock,
mm-hmm.
you know, in a 401k or anything, this would be diminishing investment. What is the return on investment for all the money you put on the side of the ball? Roquan Smith cannot do anything in coverage. The man is lost out there. That first touchdown he gave up to T. Higgins, he couldn't even get out there and cover the flat.
Right.
Where the touchdown came through. I seen that's where the play was going. What is he looking in the backfield for? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know you got the zone cover that. Man,
you got to get up under that man.
Did he not recognize that they had trips up top? He's seen his two DBs. You got the zone, and his 3 wide receivers lined up there. You have to cover that zone. I mean, if we can see this, you know, that's why, like, a lot of the stuff, man, it begs to beckon, like, the fix is in on some of this shit.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, you don't know if FanDuel calling the plays or whoever, you know, because there's no way you got this guy, and it's the same garbage that they said, Lamar, he negotiating his own contract, this, that, and the other. We don't know if we go get the money. But yet and still, Roquan Smith didn't have an agent, and they gave him $100 million. He negotiated his whole contract in the same year Lamar did his.
Yep.
But
exactly.
Ain't nobody said nothing about that. It's not like they don't know. They just choose to run with a narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a firm believer in you put the blame where you put the money. All the money is on the defensive side of the ball. Coach, that's who's going to get the blame.
I've been a convert lately.
Hey, man, you're not going to take up 60 to 65% of the salary cap. And you still giving up 30, and you the worst defense, and you talking about you beyond reproach. You can't get criticized. I mean, Marlon Humphrey, man, this dude was toast bread. All that was missing was the butter. This man was getting toast, man, left and right. You know, all you seen was the back of his jersey. All you knew who it was because he was getting toast every time them guys was catching the ball. You seen his number and his name, Humphrey.
Exactly. Yep.
You know. For all this money, and then he won't be going live. And I mean, come on, man, this dude has an inflated ego. You know, he's trying to position himself for Apple Sports. I have no issues with that.
Exactly.
I have no issues with that. But you know what? Right now, while you still playing, he doesn't. Everybody, he looks like the prototypical player that's not locked in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and okay. Now just if he was quote unquote one a non-media darling, like for instance, like a T.O. or a Diggs or something like that, there would be railroad. Everybody would be calling it out right now.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have been calling it out too. They'd have been calling it out 2 years ago, Coach. And you know this.
I agree with you.
He has, by having this podcast, he's ingratiated himself with the media, so he's now protected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he ain't got the hope insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't got the complexion for the protection. But if anything goes wrong, everything will be Lamar Jackson gets the LeBron James treatment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at Josh Allen right now. That little dude Wallace, I don't even know who the hell he is. But Lamar had this dude out there looking like a wide receiver number 2.
Tylen Wallace, yeah, he made some big plays today.
Man.
He
made some big plays over the middle. He made some great catches, contested catches. You know, Name one wide receiver Lamar Jackson had that went anywhere. Once his receivers leave Baltimore, they ain't even in the league no more. They ain't even on a practice squad.
Only one that we can call is Hollywood, but he been hurt ever since. He been hurt for the most part.
Is Hollywood on the practice squad? He on IR right now.
He on IR, yep. He on IR, yep.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't none of them on the practice squad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So he is constantly making, you know what I'm saying, he's toiling in Pharaoh's mud pit, making brick with no straw. You know, and this guy, all these other cats got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, you know, 2 wide receiver ones. Now, Josh Allen, all of a sudden, he get a little taste. Well, Lamar had his whole career. And now you got the whole media landscape talking about, he needs separation. He needs a top receiver. He needs Devontae Adams. But he's an MVP candidate, according to you.
Right.
You giving him $50-something million. Who is he elevating?
Nobody. He was getting elevated by Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs was elevating him.
Exactly.
Stephon Diggs was elevating him.
Who is he elevating? Who is Trevor Lawrence elevating? $55 million. Who is he elevating?
Nobody.
Justin Herbert. Who
Nobody.
is he elevating?
Nobody.
Harbaugh went over there and took the running back from Baltimore from y'all, J.K. Dobbins, put the ball in his hand. That's the only time they was winning.
Yep. Agree, 100%.
They run the ball, gave him 15 to 18 pass attempts a game. And
got rid of all their receivers. Because Mike Williams with the Jets. Mike Williams with the Jets. Keenan with the Bears.
Correct. They couldn't afford him no more because you know what I'm saying. The check come due. Once you gave this man $54 million on Justin Herbert, he's this, that, and the other. He's a one-read quarterback. If you take him off that first read, he's highly predictable.
I agree.
He's erratic. He's not accurate. He don't have a tight strike zone. That's why he needed the 6'4" to 6'5" large wide receivers that had a large catch radius.
I agree.
And they go sit there and polish this turd up and try to sell it to us. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the best thing since sliced bread.
I agree. Hey, Shockwave, I got a couple guys behind you, man, and I wasn't gonna cut you off because you've been cooking for however long you've been on here. Please don't let this be your last time calling because I enjoyed this conversation.
Bro, I mean,
and I can't wait to have it again, man. I appreciate it, man.
I work offshore, man, and it's hard for me to catch you, man. But when I always catch your videos, but I barely catch your lives. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's all time one of the great calls right there because he was spitting capital facts, all facts, and I hadn't had him on before, and I kind of you got to read the room sometime. That's why I let him cook. I let him cook. You got to read the room, and so I know, but we got to get back to the 5 minutes because I'm over 7, so I got 3 left. Please be respectful of that 5-minute time, and don't hate because I gave the time he needed because he just was cooking. So don't be mad at me. But let me get back to to the 5 minutes. What up, Jared?
What up, Coach, man?
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you for holding on, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, wasn't he though?
No, I was listening, man. I was like, man, he making good points, man. I wasn't hating, man, at all. But I had to put on some praise and worship after that game, man, because I don't know, it was nothing but God on how we won this game. We should have lost that game. You hear me?
Definitely.
We definitely should have lost that game. But
just think about this. We fumbled, and they got the ball 1st and 10 in field goal range.
Yes.
Like my wife always say, but God.
Nothing but God, because we had a can't get right moment, and they kick and loused it up, and I think Ray Kingdom said it when we first got to our first possession, first in overtime. We should have just ran the ball. I don't know why we got cute. Started getting too pass happy. We had the best running attack in the league. Best running back, Hall of Fame running back, that's still playing with us. Give him the ball. Quit being cute, but like Shockwave and the other callers said, that goes all to coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line, John Harbaugh, I caught a little before I went live on my show. I caught him saying before I went live that, offensive line played well. They played decent, but they ain't played well, especially on that right side again.
I hadn't looked at any. I literally just went and sat in the living room to decompress after the game. I ain't look at nobody's interviews other than Lamar's on the field when Derrick Henry interviewed him. I just had to go decompress because that was extremely exhausting. So I ain't looked at nothing yet.
I'm telling you, man, mentally, I don't blame you, man. But yeah, it was, man. And only thing I disagree with the OG Shockwave, he said Marlon Humphrey. If I'm going to trade, I would eventually trade Marlon Humphrey. I'll keep him. But Brandon Stevens, Texas boy from Plano High School, former running back, turned defensive back, got love for him, but he will barbecue chicken for the past 2 weeks. Just being real. Barbecue chicken. I mean, on the grill too long, when your uncle barbecue and he had that one piece of chicken out on the grill too long and it's too burnt, and he give it to the dog, that burnt. I mean, he could not stop. He was on Jamar Chase mostly, wasn't he?
Yeah, mostly. Yep.
Man. Another thing, anything dealing with Malik Harrison in coverage, don't put him on no defensive plays where he's covering or have to tackle, have to do an open field tackle, because he wasn't the sole reason.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only reason, but he was the reason why Jamar Chase broke that long pass, that 70-yard run.
I think that was Rowe.
That tackle bad.
I think that was Rowe missed that tackle.
It was Rowe too, but Malik was there first.
Okay.
Go back and watch the tape. Malik was there first. And my last point, Coach, Lamar is the only reason why John got a job right now. we all know this, but Lamar is the only reason. I don't have to go into detail why, because the other brothers like Shockwave and other brothers cooked on it. But it's time for him to go, man. It's time for him to go. His mediocrity has been uncovered. I mean, it's been there, but he was able to mask it with Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, and Holtinaka, Anquan Bolton, players like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where you have to do more thinking, that's not his game.
Right.
That's not his.
He's being exposed by this new NFL.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, and he's horrible, man. But I just don't want his stupidity to keep Lamar from getting the Super Bowl ring. And if this continues, that's what it looks like. But I just hope somehow Lamar just beats the odds, man. That's what I'm really hoping on, man. But games like this, I don't know, because our deep, especially the groceries, man, it very disappointed me this game, especially the secondary.
I agree 100%. They gonna get cooked up this week.
Yeah,
they getting
man.
cooked up this week. Despite Marlowe's interception, they getting cooked up this week. And I'm not just gonna say it's all the I'm getting the back end, the linebackers and the secondary. I'm gonna focus in a lot on them. But I know I saw one play where they dropped Oway, and this is no dig on Oway, but he looked terrible.
You were mad as hell.
He looked terrible.
You were boiling.
He looked terrible. He just didn't have. He don't have the hips to do that. He don't have the hips to do that. If you're gonna do that, take them out. Put Simpson right there. But we don't have, and then let Kyle be the other linebacker. Put Simpson on the edge, and if you're gonna drop somebody, let Simpson be the guy that drop. At least he got the hips and whatnot that can do them type of things, and he still can blitz too. But maybe they ain't thought about that yet. Maybe I'm just like Vach say, I'm just a guy with a camera and a mic. I don't think too much. But Jerry, let me get these other two guys in behind you, man. I appreciate you, big dog, and I got you down. I'll add all these points at the end. Have a good one, big dog.
All right, you have a blessing.
All right, let's see. We got two more. Got my man Marcus right here. What's good, Marcus?
Hey, what's up, Coach?
Not much. What you got for me today?
Oh, man. What a game. I was just going off a couple of talking points real quick.
Okay.
John Harbaugh did another John Harbaugh thing at the end of the first half. I don't know why you call it timeout. When you with third down, right? Third down, got a minute left, and you just could run the clock out and be up 14-9. But John Harbaugh doing John Harbaugh things. So, but at the end of the day, we won defensively. It's funny because Marlon talked about how every put a message on the board, talked about communication, and there was no communication out there. And Marlon was like, "Oh, he think our communication pretty good." No, it's not. No, it's not. Actually, it was just that, for defense, our defense did get cooked, but it was honestly it was a three-man show, about three elite players in this league. If you look at the stats for real, Jamal Chase had 10 for 174, and T was 9 for
193.
Yeah. And so most of, 19 out of Joe Burrow 30 completions went to those two players.
Mm-hmm.
And we could have kind of started that. I think Jack Gore was like, let them cook and don't let the other players cook. I think that went wrong badly. I think they still need to work on the communication. Eddie Jackson still bad. Roquan, I don't know what's going on with Roquan. I think he is out of shape. He's just not in the game. I just don't see him impacting the game like he should be. He missed a key interception before that key interception, which led them down that first drive for the second half, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, like I said to somebody earlier, man, he had 15 tackles, and I can't remember one of them.
Right. You can't remember because only play I really remember Roquan is him missing a tackle on Jamal Chase going for 70 yards.
And missing the interception.
Yes. I think the D-line did okay. I think they should take more opportunities, definitely against Anarius Mims and his backup, but it was a decent job from the defensive line. We need to really work on our secondary, even though I still believe defund the defense because you shouldn't have had that much money in the defense, and they're not showing up like that. That's
True.
That's really piss poor by the defense, definitely by the secondary. And honestly, with many people saying that we have probably a top 3 secondary, they haven't been top 3 all this year.
Right. We back to 32.
Right. Now, offensively, I think we did. Tom Monken, he always do first drive scripts real well. It's always the second, third, and fourth drives that get us caught up. Well, I think the second drive we scored another touchdown. I think that was the Shaw Bateman touchdown. But it was the third and fourth drive in the second quarter that really made us stale, and the Bengals got rolling. And so I'm happy that Monken made some adjustments in the second half. Again, Lamar shows why if you go up tempo, why understand that should be his main type of offensive play style. Even though we got Derrick Henry, we still should go up tempo a little bit more with Lamar. People was questioning about our passing game. I think we answered the call, even though I think Devontae Adams will make it cherry on top, but I think we answered the call with our passing game. I'm not saying we don't have bottom line receivers. I think we got very good receivers, but against Chase and Higgins, I think our passing game, it was comparable. Actually,
348 to 392. I think that's pretty comparable.
Right, and so Rashad had some good catches. Zay had some tough catches. I think adding Lackey, Kolar. I think Kolar covered those plays. I think the defense really wasn't paying attention to Kolar. And if you actually look at the Kolar touchdown, he could have threw it to Pat Ricard, and Ricard would have scored a touchdown because it was covering Ricard on the other, literally on the other side. So, but I think everybody did a good game. Offensive line still need a little bit of work. I think the reason why they stopped us on the running game, if you see, I know you're probably going to look over the tape, Coach. The reason why they stopped our running game, they were pinching a lot from the DNs. Hubbard and Henderson was pinching a lot. And they knew that we like to do the ISO run game with Derrick Henry. So if you look at that safety play, the play we got safety, Hubbard pinched in, pinched in, and he made a tackle on the play, did a good play. But other than that, everything good. We still, we got Commanders. And I saw also watching the Commanders game, we got a lot on our hands. Jaden might do another throw on us.
Let me enjoy this before we get to Jaden. I think we got something for Jaden, but like I said, give me 72 hours. I don't want to think about Jaden until Tuesday.
I know. I'm like Lamar wasn't happy over the win. We need to log in. I think we need to okay, we got this win, this game over, and we just need to go to the Commanders because we got a nice rookie. And his team is rolling right now, and they got confidence. Right. And so we have to just step up and do the job there. And all this week, I'm waiting on tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be so good on all the sports channels. Everybody going to be talking.
Yeah.
Because
I ain't got to worry about them talking. I don't watch them.
All this season, people been that the argument, who better, Lamar, Josh, and Burrow. Well.
He beat both of them. Right.
He beat both of them. And he blew out one, and then he was down multiple times. He was down 3 times. And he came back with his arm, not with his legs. We saw it with his arm. Right. He came back. And so I think all the doubters, and he went toe-to-toe with Burrow. They be like, because Burrow passed better. But like Chase Daniel said Thursday or Friday, Lamar actually do better than Burrow in the fourth quarter. And so, on the show, I think a lot of people were watching this on national. I think it was a national televised game on CBS. So a lot of people were watching this, and I think the next conversation will be, all the people like, oh, can he actually come back? And is the Ravens' offense, passing offense, if they down, can they compete? Well, we probably win against the best passing offense, just talent-wise. And we beat them. and with our passing game. So I think all that naysayers, and I think that's a good opportunity when it comes to playoffs. We can use those strategies. And even though the defense played bad, Matty BK had a key sack. That 3rd and 17 was key. And also the interception by Marlowe. I think if only thing we're going to take away the defense, they had key moments where they had key stops.
Right.
And it doesn't matter, and I think sometimes you got like the Chiefs did last few years.
Yeah, more because I got one more behind you. I got to cut you off. I got one dude behind you that he been on here since probably just as long as you. So I want to let him get his points in. So you got to wrap it on up.
If we want to win the Super Bowl with this bad defense, I think we just got to do with how the Chiefs play. Situational defense, 3rd down, make them, the money down. We just need to capitalize on when 3rd down. We did that poorly today, but I think we're going to fix it because this probably is the best passing offense we played this year.
Problem. Yeah, I agree 100%. The way as efficient as they was, only people that got a chance to even be that good is the Chiefs, and that means he got to have his whole complement of receivers, and he probably not gonna have that. So this is probably the best passing offense we gonna see.
Only like 2 offenses I could see after this is probably the Buccaneers when they get rolling, they get rolling, and also the Eagles whenever they get their situation straight. But those it's a good matchup to face playoff type when the players come around because we might play Houston and they got a 3-headed monster down there. So
I appreciate you, Marcus. I'm gonna roll with you, even though Nico got hurt. But I'm gonna roll with my last guy, and I got you down, so I'm gonna add your 250 points, and we're gonna get our last call in here so we can wrap this thing on up. All right, before your time gets started, my guy, what's your name in the chat box so I can make sure I give you your points?
Man, I don't even know my name. Will Runner, I think that's, yeah.
Okay. What you got for me? Hey, first off, I appreciate you for holding. I appreciate it.
Yeah, most definitely just enjoying the show. Great win. I hear a lot of people talking, you know what I'm saying, and I agree and I disagree with certain stuff and whatnot. The offense showed that they can win with the defense playing as bad as they did.
True.
And with that being said, people got to realize we did what we did without a play action. You know what I'm saying? So that should have shown that Bateman is enough, Likely is enough, Zay is enough, because he'll have, but half the time in the second half, Big Henry wasn't even in the game. You know, I think that the coaching got to do a better job. You got the ultimate dictator with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry forces you to bring 8 in the box, right? So that means that you need wide receivers that can get open on the outside one-on-one coverage. I feel like we had it. I feel that Bateman, I know a lot of people don't like Bateman, but I feel that Bateman can come through if you give him opportunity. We know that they can get open. We see how he turned up. You got Likely. You know what I'm saying? We see Kolar get into. You see how Kolar ran the scene.
Right.
Man, Lamar couldn't hand it out to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have the ultimate dictator for as the coverage on the back end. And with Lamar, man, I'm just going to start calling Lamar money well spent. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to start calling him money well spent, man, because, like, bro, he was, man, when he dropped that snap, even though he did mess up at the end, but, man, when the boy dropped the snap, still for him, big dude, man, hey, coach, it brought a tear to my eyes.
Ain't very many people in the world can do that. Ever. In the history of the world.
In the history of the 105 years these suckers been playing football, ain't nobody doing that.
That's
ain't
crazy.
Nobody doing it. Hey, coach, it's Michael Jordan type stuff.
Right.
Every week is something new. And homie, and I know a couple of callers, he set up that talking about the LeBron James. Man, don't you ever mention him with LeBron. That's another story for another day. We ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing it. Because this is a guy that really makes others better. But, man, shout out to Tyler Wallace, man. He got it done. Zach Boy got to step it up, man. You got to step it up. You got to quit putting Harrison out there in space. You got to quit putting Roquan out there in space. I think he just got to make it more simple. You know, keep Roquan in the middle of the field. You know, I remember like they wasn't really. I know McDonald. He just needs to use. It's like he picked up. It's like he found Wink Martindale playbook somewhere. It's like, man, you know what? Let me go dust this boy off. And no, man, use what do what McDonald was doing last year. And if you want to add on a little bit to here and there, because it's relatively still the same defense, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you need to be kind of getting back into what Mike McDonald was doing. You know, yeah, man, Harbaugh. You know, I've been, you know what I'm saying, you know, he holding the red challenge flag like it's a Colt 45 and it's danger around. Like, man, you don't tuck that thing away, man. It could, like, but I don't know, man. He just seemed like a coach. He's outdated. He's outdated. He don't know when the team. I feel like this. When you see that the team is really like, yo, and I hear a lot of people say, yo, keep running it against the, you know, keep running it. This is my thing. When you have a guy like Lamar, don't limit yourself to just running it. Just running it. Don't run against the brick wall. Put the pressure on him, because he showed when the pressure, just like today, when he showed that when the pressure was on him, the boy went out there and act bad.
Cut up.
You know what I'm saying? So, dealing. You know, so it's like, when you see those first couple drives, like, yo, the run ain't going to be here today. You need to start attacking down the field off that alone. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't take you, you know, a whole half just so you can come out and tell the lady in the post-game interview, hey, they pinching down on the run, so we're going to have to toss the ball down the field. As soon as he said that, what we do when we came out in the third quarter? 4 plays.
Right down the field. Yep.
Right down the field. So it's like, why you can't see this in the second or third drive? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have enough. Now, granted, the defense didn't play good. They didn't. But, man, this was just such a wonderful game. This shows you a great team, man. When you're not able to win with your so-called identity, running the ball and playing defense, and you have to figure out a way, and it was just a great win. Win. I get everybody being mad at certain things, like, you know, the Humphrey getting smoked.
Situational football, though.
It was. You hear what I'm saying? You know, and because, like, we got to realize this as fans. Every game is not going to be perfect.
Yep.
Every game you're not going to be able to block everybody, because every game calls different challenges, as personnel-wise, different corners, different pass rushers, you know what I'm saying, and so forth, or whatnot. So we got to realize that as fans, that sometimes you got to go and dig in your tool, but that's why it's called a tool bag. Some days you might need the hammer, Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? Some days you might got to get that power drill. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I feel like and I'm not saying it on Monday because it's a John Harbaugh thing. We've been going on with this for the longest. He's a bang your head through the wall type of coach. We know that.
Yep.
He got to realize, like, yo, they're taking this away from us. We don't have this today. So you use that as a decoy. Okay, you want to take away Henry? Well, guess what? I'm going to play action to him 3-4 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop back 3 and with him out here on the field. You know, like, you got to use that to your advantage of people looking at what did Mike Tomlin say? We're predictable.
Yeah.
Use your predictability against the defense.
Exactly.
All they want to do is hand the ball off the man. You know, you got to play chess, not chess.
Like last week's play calling was perfect. We got that long run to start the game, and then everything else came off play action.
Because that's the thing with John Harbaugh. That's what makes him outdated, because he's a coach from the 90s, early 2000s. Run the ball, play action, play defense, be tough. But in today's game, that doesn't necessarily work like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a travesty when you got a cat like Lamar. Like, why does it take for you to, when our back is against the wall, for you to sit up there and say we're gonna speed up the defense, we're gonna speed up the offense and whatnot? Yo, you got Lamar, bro, and coach, you see this too, and I know a lot of callers see this also. When we start to speed up the offense, man, these cats get gassed. The pass rush get a little weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's already hell chasing this cat around. Because Lamar been dunked up out of something, and you tired from that. Man, and you sitting up here, you huddle up. Man, yo, come out in the second or third drive. Man, we're going to speed it up. Let's smash the gas on them.
Just think about the play when Lamar hurdled the dude. Then two people thought they was finna hit him. He ducked up on him and got about 3 more yards. They ended up hitting each other. And then you go tempo after that play. My bad. You go tempo after that play.
That's all I'm saying, Coach. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes, and I'm not saying that you got to go the whole drive tempo.
Right.
But hey, go 2-3 plays tempo, real quick.
Because you see what happens when our defensive tackles get tired. When we have to take out Matabike and Travis Jones, and we put in whatever combination of guys, the other team can run the ball then. It's different. When you get them started out of there, it's different. For every team. For every team. When you get them that starting front line out, it's different.
All the way. And I feel like it's certain things that we can do to make the team potent, but I don't think that especially when it comes down to the I hear a lot of people say Devontae Adams or whatnot. I'm like this at this point, man. I think that Bateman is capable enough of beating one-on-one coverage.
Mm-hmm.
We're not asking you to be the double. We're not asking you to, you know what I'm saying? Because what Henry brings to the table, they can't double you. And then even if they do double you, guess what? We got Zay Flowers. I know you ain't got nobody that can hold Zay Flowers.
Right.
With that separation he gets, so it's like, I feel like we have what we need, far as offensively. Granted, the defense needs to be a little bit, but I think that's more of that. Like, even on the touchdown pass when T. Higgins caught the slant. Bro, why the hell you got Eddie Michael Jackson up on goddamn T. Higgins? Why?
Hey.
What are you doing? Why do you still putting Harrison out here in like I say with Harrison, you got him out of his space. So Harrison is an old school linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't for him.
Right.
Especially this type, cause
not that team anyway. Not that team anyway.
Not that team, not the Chiefs. You seen when he was doing it against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be putting this man in. And there's no shade to Harrison, no disrespect, but it's like, you gotta quit putting these cats in the wrong positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was just great to see us win like that. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I like the blowouts. I like the game like how it was last year. And granted, I'm not one of those cats that say, hey, Lamar needs to pass every game. But I feel like this offense is so much potent. And I feel like Lamar is so great to where we should be able to win any kind of way, depending on what the defense is trying to take away from the offense. You know 100%. What I'm saying? Tylan Wallace came in there and gave us some good work.
Mm-hmm.
Kolar came in there and gave us some. We got a Mark Andrews sighting for the first time of the year.
100%.
It was beautiful. It was in that second half. It was outside of that fumble that Lamar had. It was a beautiful pass game.
Yep.
But man, oh man, it was a great win, man. It really was, man. I'm with you, man. I'm gonna be turned up. Man, I had to go get me a little fifth of Crown Royal.
Hey! You're talking my language. You talking my language now.
Vanilla, coach, vanilla. I wasn't playing with him. I said, man, I had to go get me a little something.
I feel you.
That was a instant class.
Most definitely.
Class. This go down with one of with the Colts game that we had a few years ago, with the Vikings game back in the day, the snow game where the points kept going back and we kept going back and forth. You know, Lamar, I feel like we got to give Lamar his credit because the media ain't gonna do it.
Nope.
Lamar showed he's the best player in the league. He showed that he can do much more with less.
Yeah.
Because that second half, dude,
let me. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna end you with this because I'm glad you said second half. Listen to this.
Right.
This is the possessions in the second half. Touchdown, field goal. The fumble where he took his eyes off and they didn't stop us. That was us stopping ourselves. Field goal. Right. The man in the second half leading the team was unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. We were not stopped in the second half at all.
Coach, without the play action though.
Yep.
That's without. So we gotta realize that as a fan base, like, yo, we did that. You got to have enough offensively to move the ball and score on every possession, basically. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have enough. I'm not big at first. Don't get it twisted. The Devontae Adams, that sounds lovely. It does. But at this point, I really feel like that's the least of our worries, man. I think, I think more than anything, our worries right now is Zach or John Harbaugh. And I wouldn't mind. I would fire John Harbaugh right now after the win and bring in Bill Belichick.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think Orr gonna be okay. I think he gonna be okay. I think he going through his, he filling his stuff out. I think he gonna be okay. I just hope like the offense carried us today when he wasn't his best or the defense wasn't their best. That's what good teams do though, and I think that's kind of the point you're alluding to. Like defensively, we weren't our best today, but the offense showed that we can win a shootout because Joe Burrow was literally cooking, and we went haymaker for haymaker with Joe Burrow, and then when they flinched, we didn't.
That's fact. But Coach, I gotta say this about Zach Orr though. This is why it's hard for me to kind of give this man the benefit of the doubt. You've been here. It's not too many changes. It's not too many changing pieces. It's like, my guy, why is it like, why are you trying to do all of this extra stuff? Like, yo, why will McDonald, you supposed to pick up where McDonald was, where he dropped off last year. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you, why are we seeing so much of Malik Harris? Can somebody give me that answer in space?
True.
Like, why are you, it took you damn near 2-3 games for you to put the start creeping up Kyle Hamilton up in the box and playing him. Like, why is this? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, granted, when Mike McDonald first came in, we got a real, and I was telling people, yo, give Mac a little time, just because of the fact that I understood that you had rookies out there. You had different change of pieces. So I kind of understood that, hey, they're not going to hit the ground running. But this year, like, this isn't like, yo, you was here last year, the year before that. These aren't new pieces. Only person that's really new is the
Trent.
the Eddie Jacksons and
Trent.
And who else?
Trent.
And Trent. But Trent was there last year, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about it's a difference of being there and playing.
But coach, watch this though. What kind of coach was Zach Orr last year?
Oh yeah, linebacker. You're right, linebacker coach. You're right.
So come on now, you
right.
spent every day with this man.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, come on now, let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like this, man. When I seen Eddie Jackson holding T. Higgins, bro, and I was like, yo, and you have, like, it's no way possible that shouldn't happen no point of the game. When you have Wiggins, and granted, they was getting fried. I ain't gonna even hold you. They was getting fried. But still, though, I'm not putting no Eddie Jackson on no T. Higgins. What are we doing?
Especially not no one-on-one. If they get matched up in some kind of zone, I maybe that happens. But there's no way I'm giving you no one-on-one situation where you got to. I didn't even trust our cornerbacks one-on-one with them cats. Like I said in the preview, if we get caught man, we gonna get cooked. And you see what happened?
Man, hibachi grill. They was in there.
They were Iron Chef on all that today.
Coach, I was smelling it through the phone. I was like, God damn, they frying. Like, man, but yeah, I more than anything though, I think we should be happy, man, because like I say, the biggest point was, and that's what dictates a really good team, when you can win when you can win outside of your identity.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you to win and not have basically no running outside of that last play, because that last play with Henry is what got him almost to 100 yards.
Right.
But for you to win that way, and then the defense to play as bad as they did, and granted, man, they did make stops. It's hard for me to say that they made stops, man, because I was like, God damn, at what point is y'all gonna make a stop? But I remember Matabike, he got him a stop, because I was getting ready to start calling him Justin again. He got him a stop. He got a sack. Who else made a play? I mean, we got those run stops at the end or whatnot, the for the field goal. So they came. Marlon made the interception or whatnot. So it's like we did kind of got the stops towards the end, but all in all, man, that offense, man, we should be optimistic about the Rashard Batemans of the world. We should be optimistic about, and how about let's get Tyler. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like Nelson Aguilar. I was getting ready to lie to y'all. It's Sunday. Let me not even do that. Can we please get some Tyler Wallace, man? I like the way how he catches the ball and how tough he is.
Yeah, we got a little bit of it today, so hopefully that'll get him some more snaps, because this is the first. Man, these are the first quality snaps he got ever.
Coach, he was making some really good, some key catches. Everybody made key catches.
Yeah, they did.
Everybody made key catches, man. Like,
everybody contributed.
Everybody on the offense contributed, man. It was a beautiful thing to see, man. When you're able to win, like I say, it's nice to see when we got Derrick Henry running for 200 yards, but also sometimes it's good to see when you got to get into your bag. You know what I'm saying? That because that's gonna let boys know, like, say, man, you want to play us like this? You want to take away Derrick Henry? Okay, cool, fine. Lamar, over the top we go. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. We gotta start feeding it to that more. It shouldn't take 2-3 quarters for us to sit up there and be like, hey, because I'm not with that running your head through a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? You want to play up on Derrick Henry? Fine. I got a quarterback that's good enough to decipher the defense, peep out what y'all playing, and deliver the ball where it needs to be delivered to. And now I'm going to back y'all up, and then I'm going to get back to Derrick Henry.
Exactly. You know it's simple football. It's simple football. It's if you in too high, I'm going to bust you up the gut. And then when you put that safety down in the box and play one high, I'm going to throw the ball. And then when you try to do some exotic stuff, yeah, you might get me, but I'm going to figure it out. The only person that can get away with that exotic stuff and keep doing it constantly is Flores. He the only person in the league, because I'm sure his defensive playbook about as big as a house. He the only dude that can constantly get away with it.
Right. And you ain't got to worry about him, so we ain't even worrying about that.
Right. You know, let me shut this thing down, Will, so I can go watch this Sunday night football. Okay. But I appreciate you. Go ahead and get your last point out, big dog.
Yeah, no, man. We good. We can get to the Sunday night football, man. But that's how, man. Great win. Y'all, let's not beat down on the team. Let's keep beating down on Harbaugh. You know, we can keep doing that. No problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm gonna go on Twitter and throw a little slander out there myself.
Hey, I feel you.
No. We gotta say that. I gotta give Harbaugh his credit though. He did call that timeout at the end of the game towards when we was getting ready to get that delay of game. I gotta give him his card. That was a good timeout.
Yeah, that one was good. That one was good.
That was a good thing, you know what I'm saying? His first in a couple
He won for 99.
You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But, man, I swear, if he would have threw that challenge flag, man, oh, man, I'm talking about, man, hey, Coach, the judicial system would have probably had to do something to me. He went through that challenge tag this time because I can't take another one of them.
I feel you.
For
I
real,
feel you,
but,
big
man.
dog. I feel you.
But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to you, Coach, man. Shout out to the chat. You know, shout out to the Ravens. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, I'm gone.
Hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Great call. Great call. Great call.
All
Great
day.
call. Great call.
Appreciate it.
So that's our show for today. I will say this, and extremely wonderful call-in show. Shout out to all the callers, ddsq, Killer Cam, That Damn Dub, Young Black Entertainment, Chieftain, Rave Kingdom, Ravenville, P. Brownie, Shockwave, Jarry Green, Marcus, and Will Hunter. I appreciate all you guys for calling in. I'll add the points while I'm sitting in the living room watching Sunday Night Football. And we'll get the all 22 started tomorrow, man. Tomorrow I'll have we'll have the roundup at 9, and we'll have the all 22 starting at some point when I can get it and start deciphering and doing what I do with it. But I appreciate all the support, man. Thank you guys for everything. Enjoyed a great Sunday. Probably one of the best footballs and best football games, and probably one of the most stressful football games I've ever witnessed. I'll say this, I'm gonna get up out of here. We should not have won that game. A lot of stuff went right for us, and now, if you believe in what you believe in, but we living right. That's all I'm gonna say. We living right. We living right because we got some favor today. And on that note, man, go Ravens, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace and love, man. I appreciate y'all.